So we got the scanner on the old Volvo. She is smacking away. CM, that'll be it. There we go. Cam position, inlet too high, exhaust too high. Yeah. So that probably means timing belt has jumped at the crank. Get out of here. Yeah, so I guess we'll pull the timing cover off, have a look at the belt, see what it looks like. Fun. So, upon further inspection, that is how the timing belt looks. That's very ungood. Yeah, not so good at all. Look at those cracks. Those are deep. Some light there. Hey. Okay. Well, we might just try putting a timing belt on. I'm pretty sure that we have one laying around somewhere, and see if maybe that fixes it. Because yeah, they definitely skipped. It's way out. So the cam should be together, but in correlation to the crank, they're definitely not together. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so get a little better look at it. We managed to get it off without breaking off this little nipple, which I've never had one come out yet that wasn't broken, so that's cool. I didn't know if it had ever had a timing belt. Like, you'd assume a 200 thou probably have had at least one, and it looks like it has because it got a little paint on there on both cams. So yeah, so turn it over and see if we can line it up, see how far out it actually is. Okay, so we got our shields off. Mr. Ben will man the flashlight. And I don't know how well you can see that. I better go from the top then. Let's shine it there. Okay, so there's a tick right here on the crank pulley. And there's also a pointer back here. So they're lined up. You'll see it from the top perhaps. Anyway, you guys are taking my word for it. They're lined up. Okay, so the crank is lined up perfectly. Maybe just put that on full fan. Right there. And right there, here is our timing tick for the cam. Also right here, there's a timing tick. Now those are supposed to be lined up with, so dark. Anyway, those are supposed to be lined up right in here. So they should be right here. So we are about that many teeth out. Like but again, I'll be out on the crank because both of these are the same distance apart. Like that mark is right there. We're over here. So the cam stayed together. We ripped it around again. And I remarked it so that we could see, but we got the cams are lined up as close as they could be. Now, this mark, little nub sticking out here, that's the crank one, and that one should be pointing at that little V there. That's where that should be pointing at. So that's, I don't know, that's a quarter turn at least. Quarter turn out. Yeah, it should be there, and it's way over there. But I don't know. But yeah, change it over, see if it runs.
Now, obviously the correct way to do this is to take the back off and have a holder for the cams, but pretty chances it's already wrecked, so.
Oh man, that's bad. I think I'll pick it up without the flashlight. Look at that. That's bad. She's mint. Road trip much? You might make her to 7-Eleven. That's so bad. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a different belt. New belt? Off the other junk motor that's kicking around outside. This one. Volvo quality parts. You can see. Definitely it was ready to be changed on the other motor, but still a little bit of life in it, I guess. So slap this one on, see what we can do. Alright, so we got her lined up. We're lined up on our cams. And of course you can't see much, but we're lined up on our crank. So we're just going to toss the coolant tank, plug it back in down here, put the hoses on, intercooler pipe in, put the ECUs back in. Not worried about the serpentine belt or anything, we just want to fire it up and see if it's quiet or not. So here we go. Alright, so it's haphazardly thrown together. Nothing's really coupled or anything, but Mr. Ben, he's going to give her a rip. See if it'll start, and see if it makes noise. We didn't clamp anything, so she's unhappy about some things. Smoother though. Listen to that right there. Peace and quiet. Alright, I'm gonna plug the scanner in and
we're almost gonna have to hook up things because we got no like alternator power or anything.
oh, we'll put the battery pack on it. I just want to see if they're in
Spec?
yeah, if they're even close.
Actually surprises.
Alright, so the booster pack's on. They're logged in here. I guess fire it up, Ben. Don't give it any revs though. Alright, now should be down at the bottom. Cam adaption, something or the other. Lambda adaption. Yes. Here we go. Inlet camshaft adaption. I got it a little bit too far advanced. But before, instead of a 3.3, that was 80 point whatever. And same with the bottom one, so. Yeah. The exhaust is pretty close. Inlet is just a sniff advanced. With a half a tooth or something. The deviation. Yeah. Give her a quick. That's actually just what I want to see, but we might as well read codes while we're in here. Yes, I have that unplugged. Okay. Is that it? Wow! Alright, cool. Shut her off. Okay, Ben's pulling stuff off. So, pretty much we have, it now runs halfway smooth, which is cool. and you guys seen how much it was out on the crank, so that's kind of interesting. The only thing we'd like to do on it really is a compression test to see if valves touch pistons. It would be nice to scope it, but I don't have access to a scope, or not that I know of. I'll have to check around. But yeah, that would be cool if we could do a compression test on it, show you guys what that looks like, and see, will it survive being a quarter turn out on the crank? Sounds better. It's not clattery. It's got a little bit of a woof to it, but we'll put this stuff back on and see what it sounds like. Well, that can't be good. That is ridiculously hard to take number one plug out. The rest of all broke free, but number one is very, very hard. We ended up breaking the porcelain off already. But I guess it's got to come out. I'm just, I'm wondering if it didn't smack the plug a little bit. There's a chunk of valve in there somewhere. I guess we'll see. Either that or someone messed it up before, which could happen. Getting some lube in her. She's coming out, and it's oh my Lanta. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing at the end of it. No, the end.
No, end looks fine.
Looks fine.
Just the threads that.
Hold on, quit turning it for a sec.
Turn the flash on.
It's bright enough. Yeah, the threads are a little gold at the end.
Looks like it just pulled. Yeah, a little dickered.
It's probably never been done before.
Probably not.
Shoot.
Shucks.
Well, it's number 2 first. Here we go. Go ahead. Good. 120. It's turning over pretty slow. Can you hold the throttle wide open?
Yeah.
Good. All right, 122 on cylinder 2. Right, number 3. Good. That one's 120. All right, move on to number 4. All right, number 4. Andy, put the battery charger on the battery in the back. Not yet, hold on. All right. All right, go ahead, Ben. Good. All right, so that one's 120. All right, let her rip. Cylinder 5. Good. That is low. 115. 115. Super low. set that. All right, let her up there, chicken lips. Good. 114. $114. Well, that is ridiculously low. So, I guess we will... Actually, I'm not even sure what the compression is supposed to be on it. I guess if it was 120, that would be plus or minus, would be pretty close, but I'm not sure what the compression is supposed to be on these motors, so double check that. And then, yeah, evaluate it from there. See where we're gonna go.
In all reality, it's like, oh, hey.
So, I don't know if you were able to pick all that up. I tried to move a little bit slow, even though it was on a time lapse, but our first compression test, when we didn't do cylinder 1 on any of them because the spark plug is all gacked, or the threads. So we need to fix that up. But yeah, first set of tests, what do we get, Ben? Around 120?
Yeah, 120, 125, then
right in there. But that was
down to 114.
That was cold motor. And yeah, so, and then just after a little bit of Googling, apparently people, if you put a little bit of oil in there, and it seals up the rings, and you're supposed to do it warm, which I should know, not sure why. Anyway, so yeah, and then we're up to 160s, 180s.
Depends how much oil you put.
Anyway, so we're not quite sure if she's pooched or
Sticky rings.
or yeah, maybe it just might be carboned up. We don't know how the person drove it before we got it, or how it was drove after it was stolen. So I guess where are we at? We kind of need to just put it back together and
Full send.
yeah, full spend.
Full spend.
But anyway, that's as much testing as we can do, because we don't have a bore scope or anything like that, which would be super nice. But yeah, cool. I don't know where we go from here.
Wherever you want to go, John. Go wherever you want to go.
Go as far as your Volvo takes you.
This one might take him right there.
To 7-Eleven.